It's late, and as of yesterday, January 31st, 2023, Apex Legends Mobile has announced they will be shutting down the game as of May 1st, 2023. I wanted to get this video out here to help out as many people as possible that are going through the same anguish, disappointment, anger, frustration of the news that I and many of the people in our community are going through. We talk about Apex Mobile, talk about PUBG Mobile, PUBG New State, Call of Duty Mobile, the history of mobile gaming, and the future of where all of this is going. So I hope this video helps, and I hope you you find another game out there that inspired you and motivated you to game as much as Apex Legends Mobile did. Remember, we got Warzone and Rainbow Six Siege Mobile coming later this year. Rainbow Six Siege is going to be sick. Let's just hope neither of those games do what Apex Mobile has now done. Enjoy the video, throw a like on it if you feel like it, or don't, and leave a comment of your favorite Apex Mobile memory, I guess. Later, guys. Well, it's happened again. Not again. Why do we always pick the games that end up getting canceled? Apex Mobile will be shutting down as of May 1st. Frig. I've been doing a lot of this tonight, just I don't know how to feel. In a way, I feel like it's like stupid being like emotional about it, but on top of all the games I've played, it's the content I've edited and all this different stuff. Arguably, it's a great thing for content. It's like you got to look at it two ways. I was going to get into this in a second. Let me get into this in a second here. I got to get this stream all set up here. But good and bad. Remember, good and bad. And if I don't remember, remind me. Good and bad. This is actually a perfect song. This is a perfect song. It starts off by saying, "Should have spent my time a little wiser." Hilarious. Listen. I see you there, Phantom. Welcome to the funeral. It's so funny to listen to this song over and over and over here. Should have spent my time a little wiser. I literally have no idea why they would do that. I have no idea why they would shut down the game, other than they did not anticipate how fucking hard it is to basically make a game on a platform that they have no experience making games on. Been doing a lot of sighing tonight too. Welcome to the stream, guys. Je suis demoralized. It's been a roller coaster. I was saying off the top, you guys probably missed it, but I feel like a bit of a bitch being all emotional like this about Apex, but more than just a gamer, not to put myself on a pedestal, but I've spent a lot of time and energy creating content, spending time creating streams, all this different stuff, devoting my life to Apex, arguably to a point. And this now marks the third game I have done so for that has ended up being cancelled or removed or shut down, however you want to say it, however the circumstances ended up. Area F2. So this is a major blow to mobile gaming and mobile gaming content creators out there. And this is what I was about to say before I did the Instagram notification. On the one hand, this is a terrible day. And on the other hand, if you're a true, speaking for myself and in my kind of situation here, if you're a true content creator, it's arguably a great day. Because yes, you lose a game in a couple of months. Arguably it's dead right now. But in another way, it's a huge advantage because now it forces you to go outside of your wheelhouse to play a game that you might not have ever even tried before because Apex was there. Always look on the bright side of life, basically, is one way to think about it. So, it's almost like when Trump got into office in the States, everyone was freaking out. Everyone, arguably it was a very divisive time. People were very, very angry, but for the news, for comedians, for lots of people in the content creator space, at the very least, it was a very great time. Maybe even the best time. Because there was so much new content to create every single day. So it's almost like that. It's almost like we could and should take it as a blessing that Apex is going away. Obviously, it's a great game and has flaws just like any mobile game, but it's a great game. So that's why we're all sad to see it go. On top of the money we've all spent on it, some more than others. Luckily, I have not spent too much on it, but enough that I could basically have whatever I wanted in Call of Duty Mobile right now. Like one thing, like one of the most epic things. If there was an epic thing in Call of Duty Mobile, like a new Mac 10 skin or something like that, I could arguably have that easy for the money I've spent on Apex so far. And we didn't even get to 4 seasons. I mean, you could argue we're at season 5 right now with the half seasons they've been doing. And we should have known that the half seasons, and especially when they extended, I've been thinking about this too, especially when they extended the return of the update, till February 14th for season 4. Should have known. And in my heart, I feel like I knew something was up, but it's like, of course you did. Of course you're going to say that now. But we should have known they were having mega issues getting this game to where they wanted it to be. And ultimately that's why they're stopping it, is because they... I've said this multiple times before, and I'll use Pokemon Go as an example. When Pokemon Go came out and everyone was going crazy about it. This is like before gyms, like the first generation of gyms in Pokemon Go, for anyone that even played that game. At that point, when millions and millions and millions of people are playing it around the world, they said, what you are seeing is only about 5 to 10% of the final dream idea that we have for this game. And so a lot of these games, especially on mobile, I think they come out a little prematurely, potentially. But regardless of premature or not, they come out and there's a lot of work to still be done on them to get it to the point that the creators initially dreamed of getting it to. Because these games cost money. Games cost money. Businesses cost money. To have somebody draw Octane costs money and all this different stuff. So you need to fund it. And unless you're getting outside investment, you need to have funding come in from your efforts. So that's why a lot of games and a lot of things in life, honestly, get kind of pushed early, is to get investment to continue developing the game, the technology, the what have you, business. But it's... the punch in the stomach here is that they... I mean, from day one, there have been communication issues, apparently, with even biggest content creators or whatever. They didn't do a great job of communicating anything to the community, and the big punch in the stomach here is that they led us all on to believe that this game was actually going to be here for a while, at the very least. I've talked about this before. Have I done a video about Forever Games? I feel like I might have talked about it in the PUBG Conspiracy video, but or maybe the Diablo, yes, the Diablo video, maybe. Either way, I'll probably, if I turn this into a video, I'll link it somewhere. But I've talked about the Forever game before, and how we're kind of in the era of games never dying. Whereas when I was growing up, I mean, you would rent a game, and sometimes a game would only exist for a weekend. But generally, the lifespan of a game, up until the internet, and even after a little bit of like online multiplayer and stuff, but the lifespan of a game is about a year. I mean, that's why Call of Duty comes out every year. It's almost like Call of Duty is it is driving the life cycle of the traditional video game. But now we are kind of entering into this era of the Forever game. And so at the very least, we were thinking we were going to get Apex Mobile for a year. I mean, everyone was probably going to think we're going to get at least 10 seasons. But I think in the heart of hearts, unless something goes terribly, terribly wrong, the game is going to last forever. Or it's going to be on until Apex 2 comes out, or, the next evolution, or, something else. But I think that's the biggest gut punch here, is that the expectation for these games now is that they come online, and it's almost like Facebook, in the social network, as they said, as it shows. We can't go offline. Once they come online and become a part of people's lives, we can't go offline and just not be there anymore. And so that's the gut punch, is that it's something that a lot of us content creators and just gamers alike have invested a lot of our lives into, thinking it's going to be a long-term relationship, and it turns out to be a one-night stand. So, heartbreaking, roller coaster of emotions, glass case of emotions here, but as I said, it's onwards and upwards, I guess. On to bigger and better things, I suppose. And I know Phantom's already called me out on calling 2023 the year of mobile gaming, and I did call it the year of mobile gaming. Truthfully, I called 2022 the year of mobile gaming, but it didn't necessarily pan out that well. It did a little bit with Apex, but now obviously that's a huge flop. But I said, 2022 didn't really, but 2023 I still believe is going to be the year of mobile, because we got Warzone mobile, and for the die-hard shooters out there, we got Rainbow Six Siege mobile coming out. And I think most people are going to go crazy about Warzone. I think a huge, a large, significantly less percentage of the mobile gamer population are going to go to Rainbow Six Siege mobile, but it's going to be enough to keep us kind of in the atmosphere and in the community of mobile. There are a lot of other games that we're not even talking about right now, that if they even, this is what I was talking about, it's a sad day, all this different stuff, fuck, Apex is going away, but at the same time, huge opportunity. And I've already seen a couple of games on Twitter kind of trying to take advantage of this day. But it's this is a huge opportunity for any mobile game developer out there to be there's a ton of people hungry for first person, arguably first person Battle Royale shooter type game on mobile that don't have a home anymore. Fast paced, that don't have a home anymore. And could easily capitalize on the heartbroken mobile gamers, former Apex mobile gamers that are in droves right now looking for for the next months until the game shuts down, leaving the game and looking for the next viable island to sail off to in the mobile gaming universe that hopefully won't get invaded by Vikings or taken out by a meteor. Last thing I'd say about this is, even though I said Rainbow Six Siege and Warzone are gonna, and other games, but those two games, at least for me, are the big games coming out, and Valorant for a lot of people is going to be big, but I've already said my piece on Valorant. It doesn't necessarily give me a lot of faith in Rainbow Six Siege being a forever game, or at least even a long-term relationship game. It's a small development team, and unless the community really comes out and spends money and supports, and I don't necessarily know what it's going to take and what it's going to take for Rainbow Six Siege mobile to succeed where Apex mobile couldn't. And it could be as simple as, and I mean, on the one hand, no disrespect to the Respawn and EA team, but on the other hand, fuck you guys. It could be as simple as they hired too many, or maybe even just one but in my head, it's too many of the wrong people to develop the game, or maybe even the wrong company or something. I don't necessarily know, but clearly the job was too much for the people involved. That's what I'm taking away from a lot of this, is we can't do what we said we were going to do. They overpromised, underdelivered, and now they're pulling the plug. Maybe that's the biggest gut punch. And obviously, the biggest gut punch I think of the whole thing, and this was the first time I ever realized this, was Area F2, where I had met so many awesome people and had so many good connections and conversations and matches, victories, losses, all this different stuff with these people, just moments with these people. And a lot of them I'm never going to see again, in the metaverse type speak. I'm never going to see these people in this world ever again. They're going to disappear, and unless I take a picture, as I did, of my entire friends list, I couldn't have even told you who I had on my friends list now. Whereas when I went into that game, it's like, oh shit, so-and-so's on? Gotta get them in the game. It's so much fun playing with them. And so I've talked about this before, but that's the reality of these, especially mobile games, because we have so few options. These mobile games that we play, it's truly our metaverse that we're living in, and so it's almost like one of our planets in our fucking universe is getting nuked. And we'll never be able to return to it ever again. You see? That's what I mean. It's like, I shouldn't be this emotional about it, but at the same time, it's not just a game. It's the people. It's the people in the game. It's the times that we've had. It's the struggles that we've had. Oh my god, the struggles that we've had. Oh my god. And arguably one of the best games, if not, in my opinion, the best game on mobile right now. Arguably the hardest as well. If you're a first-person shooter player on mobile, it's the best and the hardest. And it's going away. So with that, I'm going to take a sip of coffee. And then we're going to decide what to play. It's going to be Call of Duty. Because I could go play New State right now, but I feel like, as much as I love New State, like, should we give New State a try? Fucking hell, even saying that out loud. New State feels like a joke to me. It feels like a fucking joke. It feels like a cyber hunter to me. I feel like I'm getting hoodwinked by PUBG New State. And so it feels like every time I play New State, it's like, am I wasting my time right now? Should I just be playing PUBG Mobile? Even though New State's the better game? I've just been hoodwinked too many times with these mobile games. Like three heartbreaks. 3 heartbreaks is a lot of heartbreaks in mobile gaming. How many is too many before the heart breaks? Forever. Yeah, Apex Mobile. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Apex Mobile equals shit coin of mobile gaming. Oh, Twitter. Cyber Hunter and AF2. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Kaylin, I'm depressed as well, but it's a roller coaster. I go up and down and up and down. Leave out. I have realizations and I have huge sighs, and then I think about, oh, I got the show must go on. The show must go on, and that's where I think, like, well, am I a fucking true gamer, or am I an Apex Legends mobile gamer content creator? Arguably, I was a little bit of both, and so it's like a part of me kind of dies with this fucking game, because it's like I still get to be a content creator, just don't get to be an Apex content creator. So, sad days, but the happy days, the good days will return to mobile. Mark my words. PUBG Mobile still have all chat on the plane? I don't think, I guess it's a good time to mention this, I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow night. So I'm going to go a little bit later tonight. By the way, the top 10's been delayed, obviously. I've been so demoralized, I don't want to fucking, like, especially tonight, I don't want to make Apex content. The only reason I'm in the Apex mobile category on Twitch here is to talk mad shit on Apex Legends Mobile in the category, while the category still exists on Twitch. Fuck this game. That's what I mean. I go through a whole roller coaster of, like, good times and all this stuff, and it's like, fuck this game and its developers. Fuck them. That's my biggest problem as well, WoW, with PUBG Mobile. The only thing I would say is that Call of Duty is only slightly younger than PUBG Mobile. Excuse me. And both games arguably need a huge revamp. Huge revamp. But I will hand it, especially at this point, especially tonight, you absolutely have to hand it to PUBG Mobile for being the definition of a successful mobile game. Coming up on, I mean, if not already, 5-year anniversary of this fucking game. I think it's coming up in a couple, like, next month. Like my 5-year anniversary of streaming. I think it's very similar timeline, which is the other interesting thing about my mobile gaming career, is it's very much in line with the biggest releases in mobile gaming, especially Battle Royale, shooters, all that different stuff. So, but PUBG Mobile is not only still, the servers are not only still online, and the company is still thriving, and the population of PUBG Mobile is still alive and well and kicking. Very much kicking. So it's like, yes, sniping people, it looks like you're just sniping silhouettes of ants in the distance. Yes, it looks like you're playing on the original PlayStation, unless you got a solid device that you're playing on. But ultimately, I think it is the most optimized, the obviously longest lasting, and still to this date, it's got to be the most popular mobile game, Battle Royale mobile game, especially out there. So it's like, do you, especially after losing Apex Mobile, it's like, and I've said this to a couple of people on Twitter, but it's like, do you really want to go from, maybe it was in the OOF chat too, but do you really want to go from one dead game to another? That's kind of how I feel about PUBG Mobile. Until PUBG Mobile, or PUBG New State, sorry, that's how I feel about PUBG New State. Until PUBG New State really does something to get the population up there, and for all I know, it is up there, but I've just already been kind of like turned off by it being a bot city. That I don't see necessarily any reason to go back there unless it's just to have fun, like literally just to have fun. There's no reason to rank grind PUBG New State unless you just feel like getting Conquer for the sake of getting Conquer. Like, it's harder to get legendary in Call of Duty Mobile multiplayer than it is to get Conquer in New State. You could probably get Conquer in a day or two of hard work, because it's still like you got to play a lot of games and stuff. But like the competition, especially for people in this community here, the competition's not there. So if you're like me, and one of the reasons you game and play video games is to test yourself against against arguably the best of the best, or the best at your level, PUBG New State, it just ain't it. So in ways, I'm sort of sad, but I've literally been saying it for weeks now. Have I not been saying it for the people that have been here? I've literally been saying it for weeks. PUBG Mobile, PUBG in general, New State or mobile, but PUBG Mobile specifically has been calling me quite hard. Specifically because the one thing that they do really well are their events. They do their events very well, and right now the event, some people don't like it, but especially coming from Apex and Cyber Hunter, the grappling hook looks amazing. So yes, there are things that are very, very wrong with PUBG Mobile, but their events are still creative and alluring to me. And now there's the hang glider, the two-seater pedal bicycle, and well, we still can send vehicles to the moon using gas cans. So I almost feel like we need to do a fuck around Fridays to get everyone in the mood to do PUBG Mobile again, to even have a reason to download the game again. So that might be fun to do. Where's my other iPad? There it is. Exactly, Creeper. Like, PUBG Poo State. PUBG Poo State. Tut, 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 tut. I need to stop tweeting out the things we come up with here. That's too funny. That's the thing, is on top of anything, it's like when you go back to PUBG Mobile, and I haven't been back there in, what do you think, it's been a year? Has it been a year? it'll tell me when I go back in. Not tonight, but it'll tell me when I go back in. Might be a year. But when you go back, it's like going back to your favorite, not even your favorite, but like an old favorite restaurant of yours. And it's like, You know the smells. You know, as soon as you bite into that burger or that sandwich or that salad or that steak, you're just like, oh yeah, I remember this. Come on, Twitch, do your thing. Okay, just do that. Call of Duty. Arguably, it is very similar to some drugs when you get back there. You're like, I remember this. Ooh, I'm getting close to another one there. 80. Alright, well, it's been a night from Apex announcing their defeat to the Elgato giving me issues, but I thank you so much for joining tonight, listening to me bitch, be in a weird mood, get a lot off my chest, and also share your own thoughts about easily the biggest mobile gaming news of the year. It'll get better from here. It's like day one of a breakup. Still a little fresh. Nothing a good night's stream and sleep won't fix. One of which is already done, so I just gotta get to the sleep. Adios, guys.